So I'm down in Whitstable this weekend at my sister's, and I'm going to be making them cassoulet with tomato, basil, olives, crispy potato, sprouts. Oh, it's delicious, and it's served with cheddar popcorn strips. Now, as the summer disappears and we start to need some homely bowls of yumminess, this cassoulet is perfect. So to start, I'm doubling up my ingredients from the recipe book, which is for two. I've got 2 large potatoes chopped into chunks, and I'm going to lightly boil those on the stove. Now, you want them to get nice and soft but retain their shape for later. And then we've got 2 tins of tomato, not one, and we're going to tip those into the pan, add in some olive oil and a generous pinch of lovely sea salt as well. Add in some black pepper. You can talk now, that's fine, I can go back. And give that a nice stir. You want to simmer that gently. And then I'm chopping up my sprouts into small lovely little pieces there to add into the tomato. Now you might hear the girls in the background, they're having a sewing day, so there's lots of machinery going on, so it's a lovely girly day altogether really. So we're adding the onions into the pan, which I've chopped. Get those nicely frying into the cassoulet now with the sprouts and the lovely tomato with all the flavours of the now garlic going in as well. So you want to chop that very finely to add in, and a nice generous pinch of chili flakes going in as well to add into the mix. Oh, and as the smells all start to come together, you're going to start to get very hungry because it's a really homely, yummy bowl. And then we're adding in all the cheese chopped up and cubed, and we're going to stir that in. Now you might want to add some more water in there as well so that it becomes a bit thinner and it can cook down even more. But once the cheese starts to melt, just leave it simmering, because we want the cheese to melt into lovely gooey lumps that you come across in your bowl as you're enjoying your cassoulet. So we'll leave that there on one side, softly simmering with its gooey cheese lump. And then we're going to softly start to saute our potato cubes. Now what you want to do is get some nice crispiness on the bottom, add in the olives as well so you get really nice and crispy. And meanwhile, wash your basil, dab it so it's nice and not too wet, drying off, while you chop up all the remainder of your cheese into nice small pieces, ready to make our lovely cheddar popcorn strips to go on the side. And then melt all this lovely cheese that you've just chopped up into the pan. And you want to softly, softly, softly melt it in the pan, really gently. And you can see that that's all oozing into a lovely gooey gudge in the pan. And keep the heat turned right down and even let it cool slightly before you put all the popcorn on top. And lightly press it in. We want it to cool down, all stuck into the cheese. Really yummy. And then sprinkle on top some sea salt, some garlic flakes and some black pepper. Fill it with lots of lovely yummy flavour. And then once it's all cooled down, you want to put it onto a plate and snip it into some strips ready to be on the side of our yummy cassoulet. So warm up the cassoulet if it's cooled down slightly so it's a good eating temperature. Warm up your lovely potatoes, and you want to put the crunchy potatoes and olives onto the side, so they're just on the top, and put your fresh basil on top with some more black pepper. There you have it, ready to serve in the saucepan with your gorgeous cheddar popcorn strips on the side. Absolutely delicious. Oh, what a lovely noshy bowl each. So this is from my popcorn sweet and savoury menu book. And inside you'll find savoury dishes with the popcorn, party bites, sweets, yummy but light. Lots of fun things in there as well for entertaining or just home comfort food. Really tasty. And there's what we've made today, the cassoulet with the cheddar popcorn strips. So do subscribe to keep up to date with all the new recipes and creative fun at Little Rose Garden Books.